Ladies and gentlemen, as that you please rise, remove your caps as we, as a band, performs our national anthem. Captains for tonight's game for the Badgers, number 8, Austin Biddle. For the Whirlwind, number 54, Christian Martinez.
I'd like to welcome you to this special presentation of Russellville Junior High Whirlwind football. Whirlwind's taking on the Beebe Badgers. The junior high 8th grade team defeated the 8th grade team of Beebe 32-8. Right now they have the meeting of the captains, one captain for each team. That's the new rule under the COVID rules this year for junior high and high school football. Christian Martinez, a guard and defensive end, number 54 for the Whirlwinds, the captain for tonight's game. Whirlwinds will be in all black, red and white trim. The Whirlwinds won the toss and they've elected to receive. They'll be going towards Cyclone Hill. Beebe gets to choose which goal they want to defend, so they want to be facing the wind is what they've chosen to do. Not that stiff, but enough to move the flags tonight. The 8th grade team for the Whirlwinds easily won 32-8. Really wasn't that close. Beebe scored a touchdown in the final quarter of play, and 8th grade team could have tacked on another one. They actually drove all the way down to the 1-yard line, tried to keep it out of the end zone on purpose, and ran off the last 30 seconds rather than trying to punch it in. So they win the game 32-8. Good win for the 8th grade team. They were not allowed to play last week because Searcy's 8th grade bunch had canceled their game due to COVID. The 9th grade team played because they were at different campuses. Beebe will be in their road white jerseys, red pants, red helmets. Whirlwinds, as we said, in all black.
Whirlwinds will receive to start the game.
Beebe kicking off from the 40-yard line. The deepest man for the Whirlwinds is at his own 20. Numbers are kind of skinny and hard to see, and I make it out it's number 32, and we don't have 32 on the roster they gave us. Matt Howerton, the PA guy, will announce it if he's the one to get it. We're started for action here, and there's a high kick on the far side. Going to be fielded at the 24, running laterally to his right. Stops at the 30, and that's where he's going to be hit and met, and that's where the Whirlwinds will start at their own 30-yard line.
Mackay Foster on the
Mackay Foster.
Tackled at the 30-yard line of the Whirlwinds. First and 10.
Whirlwinds won last week at Searcy. I believe they're on the road next week. Start here at their own 30-yard line. Two backs in the formation. Here's the give. This is, I believe, Daniels running. He's across the 35-40 and going to be tackled at the 45-yard line. It's Tracy Daniels, number 7, 15 yards on the pickup. First down for Whirlwinds. Daniels still the running back to the left of the quarterback, D.A. Reed. He'll get it once again, a sweep to the right side. This time not 15 yards, but he does get positive yards. I think he stepped out of bounds, pushed out of bounds, shy of the 49-yard line, just barely shy. It'll be second down and 6. Here's Rose. He'll get the call, running left side. He's into Badger territory. Looked like he was going to be stacked up shy of the first down marker, but some extra power got him to the 45, and that's going to be enough for a Whirlwind first down. Caden Rose, number 21, on the carry. Picks up 6 yards. He stays as the running back to the right of Reed. Reed going to roll to his right, looking to throw. He's going to throw out in the flat. It's complete at the 40, 35-30, and down the sideline before he's pushed out of bounds, just inside the 25-yard line to the 24. Mackay Foster on the catch.
Run out of bounds at the 24-yard line of the Badgers. First down, Whirlwinds.
Getting down to the 24 there. That's a pickup of 21 yards. Reed pistol formation. It's a draw play to Tracy Daniels. He's inside the 20 to the 15 and going to be tackled at the what? They didn't mark it, and I'm not sure what the call is. They gave him a touchdown. I thought he was tackled. Somebody blew their whistle, but look at the line judge, and he kept walking inside the 10, inside the 5, and he was waving his arm. So they gave him the touchdown on that. That confused me. So Tracy Daniels with the touchdown. Gives the Whirlwinds a 6-0 lead. They're going to run a fake field goal or extra point play and throw it out in the corner of the end zone, and it's incomplete. Whirlwinds tried the 2-point conversion. It didn't work. So they lead it 6-0 here with 6:20 left to play here in the first quarter, but taking the opening drive. And all the way down, let's see, 70 yards on 4 plays. Leading it 6-0. Officially a 24-yard touchdown run for Tracy Daniels. on about as weird touchdown run as I've seen, where I thought they had it blown dead around the 10-yard line, but nobody signaled him down, and he played, I guess, until he heard the second and third whistle. 2-point try didn't work, so the Whirlwinds lead at 6-0. Jimenez on to kick off. Beebe back deep. And we have it blown dead. It's fielded about the 12-yard line, but line judge on the far side threw his flag, offsides against the Whirlwinds, so they'll move it back 5 yards, kick off from their own 35-yard line. Five plays, 70 yards on that drive. And Daniels with the 24-yard touchdown run. He had 43 yards on 3 carries. Now a surprise onside kick, and ball still loose. And I think Russellville has it at the 49-yard line. Has just to go 10 yards before anybody could touch it. I think it went 12 before Beebe attacked it. And it looked like number 8, Austin Biddle for the Badgers, made a bid at it, but he lost control of it. And the Whirlwinds do have it at their own 48-yard line, leading 6-0. So the offense back on the field. Surprise onside kick. Motion Daniels out of the backfield. They're going to throw a little screen pass. Almost caught it with the one hand. Lost it. He's going to get positive yards. Probably only about 4 yards before he saw a Badger coming up. Incomplete pass. That's the first incompletion for D.A. Reed. Daniels had motioned out of the backfield, out of the pistol formation before the ball was snapped. They're going pistol formation once again, meaning the running back right behind the quarterback. He's going to turn, and Daniels going to get it straight up the gut. He's into Badger territory. He's got a big hole. He's across the 40, inside the 40 to the 35-yard line.
Daniels bursts through the middle for big yardage.
That's a pickup of 17 yards for Tracy Daniels, and the Whirlwinds wanting to go quickly, leading here 6-0 midway through the first quarter. Pistol formation once again. D.A. Reed, the quarterback, he's going to roll to his right after play action. Here comes pressure, throws it out in the flat, complete inside the 30 and about the 25-yard line before being pushed out of bounds. So another first down for the Whirlwinds. Reynolds on the catch.
Results in a first down.
First down for Russellville at the 25-yard line. 2 running backs to each side. Rose is on the right. He was getting the call here, but we have it blown dead, and it'll be a false start against the Whirlwinds. We'll move it back 5 yards to the 30, be 1st and 15. Whirlwinds took over after a surprise onside kick, leading here 6-0. They started their own 48. They're at their opponent's 30 right now. Screen pass far side, complete at the 25. Going to get back past the original line of scrimmage on the far side to about the 22-yard line.
Pass is complete to Rose.
Caden Rose on the reception. Pickup of 7. Make it 8 on the play. It would be second down for the Whirlwinds. And Beebe showed blitz, and they jumped in the neutral zone. That's a penalty on the Badgers.
Badgers are offside.
They'll make it second down and 2. You're not allowed to jump back in junior high or high school football once you get into that neutral zone. It's blown dead. Low snap. Reed able to handle it. Throwing complete to Daniels. It's still in the backfield. Breaks the tackle at the 15. He's at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Whirlwinds. 17 yards on the touchdown pass to Tracy Daniels from D.A. Reed, and the Whirlwinds lead it 12-0. 52-yard touchdown drive here. 5 plays. Russell went for a fake PAT. Let's see if they actually kick this one. This one is kicked. It's definitely long enough, but it's wide left. Russell, however, leads it 12-0 after the 52-yard drive in 5 plays. 4:51 left to play first quarter. We still haven't seen the Badgers offense on the field. Russell took the opening kickoff, went 70 yards on a touchdown drive. Just took them 5 plays. Tracy Daniels, a 24-yard touchdown run. Led it 6-0. Surprise onside kick after it. They had actually kicked off and had an offsides penalty, so they moved themselves back 5 yards. Then a surprise onside kick, and Russell covered it at their own 48. And they go 52 yards in 5 plays. Daniels this time, a 17-yard touchdown reception from D.A. Reed. Russell leading it 12-0, 4:51 left here in the first quarter. They're going to kick this one deep. He's going to chase Beebe back. It bounces inside the 10. It keeps rolling. It's a live ball, and the return man fielded it at the 1, and he ran into the end zone out of bounds. That could be a safety, but they're going to give him a touchback. He ran into the end zone. That's a safety. Now they're changing it. They signal touchback, but the man in the white hat is now signaling safety. You can't see. You can say your momentum carries him in the end zone, but not when he fields it at about the 2.5 yard line. He ran into the end zone and out of bounds, and now they're signaling safety. The official was waving one hand to his side, and that means touchback, and now he has signaled safety, and Beebe's wanting to know. I'm sure they're saying, well, why was that a safety? You signaled touchback. But whether he changed the call or not, the correct call was made. It is a safety, which means the Whirlwinds get 2 points, and now Beebe has to kick off to the Whirlwinds. So we're not going to see a Beebe's offense for a little while. The absolute best possible start for the Whirlwinds. That's a weird play. We've seen 2. We saw a touchdown where we thought it was whistled dead at the 10. And now it was a live ball. It hit at the 10. It looked like it might be going out of bounds, but it looked also like it was going to stay in. The receiving man for Beebe caught it at the 2, but facing the wrong way and ran into the end zone and out of bounds. If he would have ran in the end zone and downed it, maybe they would have given it to him. I'm not sure. But 2 points for the Whirlwinds, so they lead it now 14-0 instead of 12-0. And Beebe will have to kick off from their own 20-yard line. You know, you practice kickoffs and kickoff returns, but not usually from the 20 when your opponent's at the 20. So the Whirlwinds can line up at the Badger 30-yard line. You're allowed to be 10 yards from the spot of the kick. The Whirlwinds having some problems getting everybody on here. They had 10, and now they run on a 11th man. And now you have the option if you want to punt it or if you want to put it on a tee. It looks like Beebe's going to punt it. They just can't cross the 20. And see, is he going to step up? Is he going to take a 1 step? He does. He punts it, chases Tracy Daniels back at his own 36-yard line. He's across the 40, 45. He's at midfield into Badger territory before he's going to be stacked up about the 49-yard line of Beebe. It just keeps getting better for Russellville. Beebe's offense still has not been on the field yet. And this will be the 3rd drive for the Russellville Whirlwinds. 4:38 left to play here in the first quarter. The Whirlwinds lead at 14-0. They've had 2 touchdowns and a safety. They're giving him the 50-yard line. Sure looked like he got into Badger territory, but placing the ball down right at midfield. Reed, the quarterback. Gets the snap, turns, hands it off to Caden Rose. Stutter steps his way left side. He's across the 45, 40, 35, breaks a tackle, and trying to break that last tackle. They were holding on to his jersey as he's brought down at the 24. They're holding on right around the right shoulder pad, just yanking him down. He was trying to break free there, try to get in that end zone. 21 yards on the carry. He's got 27 on 2 carries tonight, Caden Rose. First down and 10 for the Whirlwinds at the Badger 24-yard line. Low snap. Reed across the middle. Complete. Inside the 15 to the 10. That was a frozen rope there. Looked like that was J.C. Carter on the catch. They give him the 11-yard line. That's important. That means Russellville can get a first down. That's a pickup of 13 yards. Can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. Here's a sweep right side. Daniels, he's at the 5, into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Whirlwinds lead at 20-0. Eleven-yard touchdown run for Tracy Daniels, his 3rd touchdown tonight. 2 rushing, 1 receiving. They're running the kicker on late, Jimenez. They actually brought him back over to the line or to the coaches. Now they ran him on, and looks like a little bit of confusion, but still plenty of time. 14 seconds on the play clock. Reed will be the holder, calling for it. Again, it's long enough, but this one's through. Russellville leads at 21-0. 3:44 left to play here in the first quarter.
.49 left in the first quarter. Whirlwinds 21, Badgers 0.
Russellville goes 50 yards in just 3 plays. Tracy Daniels, 11-yard touchdown run. Extra point was good. Daniels now with 3 touchdowns on the night. But how about the special teams? Getting the surprise onside kick and then a safety. Russellville, you can say, well, they didn't do anything on that safety. Well, they kicked it deep. They kicked it over the heads of Beebe. A hit at the 10-yard line, and Beebe was expecting it to be around the 20. And the Badger return man caught it at the 2, and he ran into the end zone and out of bounds. I think that what got him was out of bounds. He ran in the end zone, they might have given him a touchback. But the fact that he ran out of bounds to the side, they gave him the safety. Whirlwinds lead at 21-0. They spread out, Russellville does, on their kickoff team. This one kicks it high and short. It's going to hit live ball. Picked up at the 28, though. Across the 30, breaking a tackle there, but dragging him in. He's going to break any more tackles there. They got to blow this dead. Russell's going to keep piling on until they do. And so Beebe will start inside their own 35. And now we'll see Beebe's first offensive play. They have it at their own 33-yard line. 3:40 left to play first quarter, and the Whirlwinds lead at 21-0. Appreciate you joining us for this special live stream of Russellville Junior High football. The 8th grade team won tonight 32-8. Beebe's quarterback, number 12, Braden Sanders. Bring a man in motion. Fake to him, and Sanders going to keep it himself. Across 35, 40. He's got a blocker. He's going to stop at midfield and be brought down in Whirlwind territory at the 48.
Sanders keeps tackle from behind by Kai Foster.
Gets to the 48-yard line from the 33. 19 yards on the pickup. And one receiver in the pattern on that last play, Sam Moore, number 15, and he was a man in motion. He's out split wide. He's going to come in motion this time to the other side, and it's going to be the same play, but just from the other side as Sanders keeps. He gets inside the 45 to about the 41. Good positive yards for the Badgers on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 3. Looks like they've run the same play, just flipped formation. They have the ball at the Whirlwind 41. 2nd down and 3. Winds leading 21-0. Clock is rolling here with 2:22 left to play in the first quarter. Shotgun formation. Sanders calling the man in motion. This time they're going to give it to Moore, and he's in trouble. Going to be dropped for a loss back at the 45. Well, they faked it to him the first 2 plays. They give it to him there, and they lose 4. It'll be 3rd down and 7. They need the Whirlwind 38-yard line for a first down. You never know about junior high teams if they're not a passing team. If they are, this may be a passing situation. They are coming in with it looks like 5 wide receivers, empty backfield for Sanders. This could be a quarterback draw. It could be pass of some sort. 3rd down. One-handed got the bad snap, and he's swallowed up at the 47-yard line. I don't know if that was a quarterback draw or if the fact it was a bad snap, and he just had to make do with what he could. But either way, the quarterback, Sanders, loses 2 yards on the play, and Beebe going to go quickly. They could be punting here, or they could be going for it. It's 4th down and 9 yards. If they're going to go for it, they need the Whirlwind 38-yard line. Sanders, the quarterback. They're trying to say Whirlwind's jumped. Whirlwind's saying, hey, the right tackle moved his arm. Sanders is going to quick kick it. Not a bad kick. It's going to chase Russell back at the 21. They touch it. It's a loose ball, and Russell's going to cover it. Jimenez covers it at the 27. He didn't really return it, but it seemed like he kicked it for about 5 yards. And so Russellville going to take over at their own 27-yard line. Whirlwind's leading at 21-0. Easily the worst starting field position for Russellville. They started the very first drive at their own 30. Had a 70-yard drive in 5 plays. Had a 52-yard drive in 5 plays. And then a 50-yard drive in 4 plays. Reed, the quarterback, out of the pistol formation, back to pass. Looking left, going to throw, and he overshoots his intended wide receiver on that far side, Foster. Stops the clock with 35 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Russellville leads at 21-0. Second down and 10 at their own 27-yard line. Two running backs back there with D.A. Reed. Rose is going to get it on the sweep to the left side. He breaks a tackle with the 30, breaks another with the 35. He's got the first down. Across the 37 to the 40. Pickup of 13 yards on the play.
King Rose carries first down yardage.
It's his 3rd carry tonight for 40 yards. Make it 39 yards because they gave him the 39-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left on first down. Counterplay this time. Daniels up the middle. He's got the 40-45. Running backwards, breaks a tackle there, and he's going to be tackled at the Badger 45-yard line. A flag came in. We'll have to see what it is. There's 5 seconds left in the quarter. Clock stopped to move the chains, but it's also really stopped because of the penalty. I thought it was a face mask. I haven't seen him signal. It is a face mask. And we'll see if it's a 5 or 15-yarder. I think it's just a 5. Yep, they're going to put it down there. So Russell has it at the Badger 40-yard line, and once the chains get set, they can let the clock run out. That's what's going to happen. We've come to the end of the first quarter. Whirlwind's leading it 21-0.
Whirlwind's 21, Badgers 0.
Russell leading at 21-0. We get ready to start the second quarter. Russell scored every time they touched the ball. They've taken this drive from the 27-yard line, their own 27, and they're at the 40-yard line of Beebe after the 5-yard face mask penalty after the 16-yard run by Tracy Daniels. In that first quarter, he had 87 yards in rushing. He motions out of the backfield, low snap, screen pass on this near side. It's incomplete, out of the hands of Tracy Daniels. Just a second incompletion for D.A. Reed. Bring up second down and 10. 8th grade team, a winner tonight, 32-8. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Daniels, the running back. D.A. Reed, the quarterback. Fakes it to Daniels. Reed's going to keep it. He's got some room. He's inside the 30 and 35, and he was tripped up at the 32. More manageable third down.
Third down and 2.
That's D.A.'s first carry of the ball game. Goes for 8 yards. Russell quickly to the line of scrimmage, leading 21-0, looking at third down and 2. And Beebe just jumped and gave Russell first down. Jumped into that neutral zone. And they must have a rule that if you jump offside, you come out of the game, because the young man who jumped offsides for Beebe is coming out of the game, and he got a quick little earful from their coach. First and 10 for the Whirlwinds at the 28-yard line. Reed, plenty of time to pass. He's going to roll to his right, still looking downfield, and he throws it out of bounds. Smart play. I mean, he might have picked up a yard or two, but would have taken a hit, and now they throw the flag. Thought they had a receiver in the area, but they must not have. If not, it's intentional grounding. I'll be honest, I couldn't see it, so there must not have been a receiver in the area. Intentional grounding. So it's a 5-yard penalty from the spot of the throw and a loss of down. It's one of the most costly penalties you can end up having sometimes, especially if you're deep in your own backfield. This will be about a 6-7 yard penalty. That'll be second down, so not as bad. It's 5 yards from the spot of where he threw it. So second and 16 is what it is for Russell, but still leading 21-0. 7:13 left to play here in the first half. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Reed going to give it on the sweep. This is Caden Rose, breaks a tackle at the 30, and as he brought down, no whistles. Looked like he was down at the 27. Now they're going to say that's where he got forward progress. So they gave him the 27-yard line. 7-yard pickup. I give that to Daniels. I thought it was Caden Rose, but it was Daniels. My bad. He's got 94 yards on the night. Now Caden Rose is in at running back, number 21. Split formation, third down and 9. Rose is going to get it running left. He's got a little opening. He's at the 25-20. He's got the first down the left sideline, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 15 to the 14.
First and 10 Whirlwinds at the Badger 14-yard line.
Caden Rose gives Russell a first down at the 15-yard line. Reed quickly to the line. He's going to drop back, look far side, throws complete. Nice little move out there by Rose. He's at the 10, the 5, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Whirlwinds. Reed passes to Rose, little shake and bake.
That's D.A. Reed's second touchdown pass tonight. Rose made a nice move out there to dodge a man just inside the 10, and then just beat everybody to the end zone, and Russell leads it 27-0. Jimenez on to try the extra point. And it's going to be blocked. It was a high snap. They did get it down and kick, but it's incomplete. No good. I don't know if that was going to make it over anyway. It was a low kick, but it was blocked anyway. But hey, Whirlwinds leading at 27-0, scoring on all 4 possessions. Okay, trying to calculate that. Russellville went 73 yards on that drive in 6 plays, I believe, because we had the penalty that negated one of the plays on the offsides penalty. So I believe it was 6 plays. D.A. Reed hitting Caden Rose for a 14-yard touchdown pass. 27-0, 6:23 left to play here in the first half. Russell's offense has been on the field 4 times. Beebe's just once. Here's the kickoff. It's going to be fielded at the 17-yard line. Now he's at the 30, 35, 40. He's got some room. He just broke a tackle. He may go the distance. This is going to be an 83-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Sam Moore.
Touchdown, Badgers.
I was looking for some flags back here, but not going to find it.
Sam Moore on the return.
83 yards on the return. And you know what, folks? I mean, this is going to be interesting because still their offense has only been on the field 1 time. And that's significant because it's got to kill the defense. I mean, I know they're happy to score the touchdown, but the defense is probably thinking, golly, we got to go out there again. Looks like they're gonna go for 2. Trailing Russellville 27-6. I believe so. Sanders, number 12, the quarterback. Empty backfield. He bring Moore in motion. He's going to fake it to him and keep it, and he's swarmed up. Might have gotten back to line of scrimmage. The 2-point conversion fails. Beebe is on the board, though, 27-6 with 6:09 left. 83-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Sam Moore, number 15, who's been their running back. Maybe we'll have to call on their defense once again. Russell received the opening kickoff. They had a touchdown drive. Had a surprise onside kick. Recovered it. Touchdown. They kicked off again, and the receiving team for Beebe fielded it at the 2 and ran backwards into the end zone thinking it was going to be a touchback. It was a safety, so they had to kick off to Russellville. Russellville's 3rd drive ended in a touchdown. Then Beebe finally got on the field with their offense. They ended up punting. Russell scored a touchdown again on their 4th possession, and now Beebe just returned the kickoff back. So this will be a 5th possession for the Whirlwind offense to Beebe's 1. I think Beebe would try something. I don't know. Only time they kicked off was on that safety, and they elected to punt it from the 20, which you can do. Now they're lining up. You have to have so many men on each side of the kicker. Looked like they're loading up that left side. They may think this is going to be a perfect time for an onside kick because they may feel like they can't stop Russell's offense anyway. So go ahead and give them the short field, see if they can recover. It is going to be an onside kick, but this one rolls a little farther. Actually rolls past the 40, and Russell's going to cover it back at the 30-yard line.
Kick covered by D.A. Reed.
I don't know if they meant for him to kick it that far, but it actually went past the first wave of Russellville. So the Whirlwind's going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Whirlwind's leading at 27-6 with 6:07 left to play here in the first half. Daniels is number 7, the running back. D.A. Reed, the quarterback, number 2. Low snap. He picks it up off the turf, hands it off to Daniels, running to his left, cuts it back up. He's at the 35-40. He's down the left sideline. He's at midfield and going to be just tripped up by Moore, but not before he got into Badger territory at the 41-yard line.
Carried by Daniels, tackled by Moore. Whirlwind's first down at the Badger 41-yard line.
Give him the 41-yard line. That's 29 yards. And he's over 100 yards. Tracy Daniels is running the football in this first half. Well over 100. They have him unofficially with 123. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Left is short side of the field. 1st and 10 for the Whirlwinds. Reed back to pass. He's looking left. He's going to throw. He's got a man. Jimenez. Oh, can't make the connection. Inside the 15-yard line. He had him open. He had gotten behind the defense. Clock stop with 5:19 left to play first half. Russell leading it 27-6. Second down and 10. Reed going to keep it after the fake handoff, running to the far side. He's across the 40, 35, getting towards the out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down at the 30-yard line. If they give him the 30, it's 11 yards on the pickup, and that's what they do.
First down Rollins at the Badgers 30-yard line.
11 yards on the pickup. He's got 19 yards on 2 carries. It's the 4th play of the drive. Russell looking at first down. Reed looking left. Screen pass out here to Foster. Juggles it, has it, and slips down. Tried to make a move, and I hope it was just a slip, and yeah, it is. I hope it's not anything serious.
Nothing. Back to the line of scrimmage. Third down.
They're going to give him the line of scrimmage, so 0-yard pass. Third down and 10. Sorry, second down and 10, right. They had third down on that far side, but Reed's going to give it to Rose. He's running far side. Stiff arms a man at the 25. We have a flag coming back here. He's got the first down inside the 15. I think this one's coming back. It's usually in the area of holding here. Whenever the line judge throws it back. And it's going to be a hold against Russell. That flag is on the 30-yard line. It's a spot foul, meaning 10 yards from the spot of the play. They usually put the flag down where it happened. And that flag was sitting on the 30. So that would move him back to the 40. So it'll be 20 yards for a first down on second down now. Russell going the wrong direction, but they lead it 27-6. 4:19 left to play here in the first half. The clock is running. Russell moving some players around, but play clock down to 13. Plenty of time. 2 running backs back there with Reed. Reed's going to hand off to one, and it's going to be Caden Rose running left side. He's inside the 40 and near the 35-yard line before being tackled. 5 yards on the pickup. This will be third down and 15.
Summers on the tackle, third and 15.
Russell probably has enough confidence in their offense that they're thinking we're going to go for it on fourth down even if we don't get it. And sometimes that can help you with the play call here. You probably could try to get half of it rather than trying to get all 15. Looks like they got a screen play set up. They throw it, a complete screen to Daniels, running laterally, and is going to be brought down shy of the 30-yard line. Looks like it's going to be fourth down at about 10.
Back to the original line of scrimmage. More on the tackle, fourth down.
It's too far for a field goal, really too close to punt it. If it goes in the end zone, you're only gaining 10 yards anyway. So Russell's going to go for it here on fourth down and 10. They need the 20-yard line of the Badgers for a first down. Russell going quickly, and now we have stoppage of play and timeout Beebe. 3:09 left to play here in the first half. The Badgers will take the timeout. Russell leading it 27-6. Beebe taking a timeout here. It's a big play for them. I'm sure they're thinking, well, we're down 3 scores. We'd like to get the ball back here, maybe get a cheap score to last 3 minutes. And remember, the Badgers are going to get the ball to start the second half. Whirlwinds up 27-6 here with 3:09 left, looking at fourth down and 10 from the Badger 30-yard line. after the timeout. Here we go. Reed, low snap, picks it up. He's going to throw across the middle. He's got a man open, but out of the reach of Foster. And so Russellville turns the ball over on downs. First time their offense hadn't scored a touchdown. That's not bad. You get 5 possessions and you score 4 TDs. We'll take that. Beebe gets what they want, and they move the ball pretty well in their only drive that the offense has been on the field for. It's a weird first half for the Badgers. They've had one drive by their offense. They had a kickoff return for a touchdown. They had a turnover on the kickoff and a safety on the kickoff. So this is just the second time that they've been on the field. Clock is rolling after change of possession. It's down under 3 minutes now. Russell just wants to keep them in check. Would love to get him dropped for a loss here on first down, and we have false start against the Badgers. That's a good sign. Get him first and 15. I'll recap that at halftime. And weird drives. I guess you can always see stuff for the first time. That's the first time for me. They've had one possession by their offense. They're going to throw, and it's going to be intercepted. Whirlwinds have it on the interception at the 36-yard line, inside the 30, inside the 20, and down inside the 20 to the 17-yard line. Jimenez with the interception, and he returns it to the 17-yard line. So Beebe was thinking about getting a cheap score before halftime. They throw the interception, and Jimenez was just back there playing center field like a safety does. So Russellville now thinks that, hey, we can get the cheap score. Leading by 21, it's time to get a little greedy here. Reed, the quarterback, is going to give it off to Daniels, running far side, inside the 15, breaks a tackle inside the 15, at the 10, takes a hard hit inside the 10 to about the 8.
Daniels carries, tackled by 8.
And he's inbounds. The clock is rolling. It's 2:15 now, plenty of time. He gets to the 9-yard line, does Daniels.
8 yards, second 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Second down and 2. Russellville still with all 3 timeouts. No reason to rush here. Game clock is at 2 minutes exactly, 16 seconds on the play clock. One back set for Reed. He moves him out of the backfield. Looking, throwing, complete screen pass to Daniels. He's inside the 10, inside the 5. Spin move there at the 4-yard line after taking the hit, and he's in for the touchdown. 9-yard touchdown pass to Daniels from Reed. That's the 3rd touchdown pass by Reed in this first half, and the 2nd touchdown reception by Tracy Daniels. Russellville looks like they're going to kick the extra point, leading 33-6. Menez's kick. This one long enough, and it's good. Russellville leads it 34-6 with 1:46 left to play in the first half.
34.
Well, the interception by Jimenez set Russellville up inside the 20-yard line, and D.A. Reed hits Tracy Daniels for a 9-yard touchdown pass. It's the 3rd touchdown pass by Reed, 2nd reception for Daniels to go for a touchdown. He has 2 touchdown carries. He's had 4 touchdowns here in this first half, and Russellville leads it 34-6 with 1:46 left to play in the second quarter. They had plenty of time. I was talking about they had 3 timeouts, but they had plenty of time where their offense is moving the football. Menez going to kick this one, end over end kick, and it's going to be fielded at the 22-yard line. Moore, who returned one for a touchdown, he's at the 40. Going to be hit and brought down, not easily, but is brought down at the 45. He had the 82-yard kickoff return for a touchdown for the Badgers' only score. And so Beebe's offense will be on the field for just the 3rd time tonight. Russellville's had 6 offensive drives. 5 of them ended in touchdown. and one of them a turnover on downs. Beebe's had a punt and interception for their only 2 drives. They have 2 timeouts, and not bad starting field position at their own 45-yard line. Minute 38 left to play here in the first half. Clock starts on change of possession. They just started it. Clock is rolling. Beebe's got to be thinking, maybe we get a first down and then we'll go to maybe a quick offense, but they certainly don't want to turn the ball over. But if Russell gets a big stop here, especially if it's a really big stop, you might see him use a timeout. Clock is at 1:20 and they still haven't even snapped it. Play clock down to 5 seconds. And different quarterback's a bad snap. It's on the turf, and he does cover it back at the 37-yard line. And now Russellville is going to do just that. Said they might do that if they get a big stop on first down. They're going to use a timeout. Nope, Beebe's going to use it. I thought Russellville may be doing that. That's odd. Beebe's going to use a timeout here because they lost 7 yards on that play. So it'll be up second down, 8 yards on that play. Second down and 18. If they don't get something big here, you might see Russellville call that timeout to get the ball back. Beebe's going to get the ball to start the second half. Whirlwinds leading 34-6 here. Clock is stopped with 1:08 left here in the first half. Been a fantastic first half, almost perfect for the Whirlwinds, the way this played out. And Russellville had scored 3 touchdowns before Beebe's offense even touched the field, even more than that. No, they'd scored 4 touchdowns. Badgers back on after using their second timeout. Second down and 18. Again, a snap. This one goes through the quarterback's hands. He retreats back at the 25 and is going to be brought down there. And you can blame the first one being off to the side, but that one went right through the hands of the quarterback. Clock is rolling, 54 seconds. Thought we might see Russellville call a timeout here. Beebe will have to at least snap it one more time. Look at the difference in the game clock and the play clock, and it's 21 seconds. And if they get stopped here, maybe Russellville might. And you got third down and forever here for Beebe. They have the ball at their own 25. They got to get to Russellville territory, the 45 for a first down. It's third down and 30. You don't have too many plays for third and 30. Play clock down to 3 seconds. Badgers got to hurry. Go back to their original quarterback and a handoff up the middle. He gets 2 yards, and that's it. The clock at 17, and Russellville is going to use a timeout here. Russellville has 2 more. So they're going to force the Badgers to punt, and they'll have 2 more timeouts to do something with it. Whirlwinds leading 34-6. And they've taken the game clock off. So I don't know how much time is left because they're trying to do the 60-second timeout, but they keep resetting it at 60. I mean, it's just set for 60 again. So if they let that run down, it's going to be the longest timeout ever. Both teams are ready, but the game clock's not ready. The game clock is rolling down like it's a timeout. You can see there, it's just 38 seconds, and they're blowing the whistle. They're trying to get the officials' attention. The officials are ready to play, and they've blown the horn because they're trying to tell them, hey, we're not ready for this. Okay, now the man still got to see a guy standing over the football, and he's going to wait. We still got 22 seconds before we can do anything. Because once that game clock starts the 60-second timeout, you can't reset it. You can't stop it. So that's what's happened over there, and it's at 9 seconds now. Russellville leading at 34-6. The Whirlwinds, with 2 timeouts left, has forced Beebe to punt on 4th down and forever. That'd be tough for them to punt a first down, to be honest with you. It's almost 30 yards to go. 17 seconds left. That's what it'll be when they snap it. Do get the ball away. It's a wobbly kick, and it's going to go out of bounds well before the 50-yard line. Where are they going to put it? They're going to put it at the Beebe 45-yard line. 12 seconds left. And Russellville at the Beebe 45. Well, 12 seconds can 2, maybe 3 plays when you have 2 timeouts. And Russellville going to call a timeout here because the clock would start on change of possession. So they have 1 timeout, so definitely 2 plays. Because they can get 1, call timeout, and get another one. So Russell leading at 34-6. Almost perfect first half. The only thing Russell gave up was an 82-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. And that came at the point when they were already up 27-0. Well, usually you say, okay, we're going to throw one downfield, but the way the Whirlwinds have been running all over Beebe, maybe a handoff here. Don't know. We'll see. Daniels is in the backfield with Reed, the quarterback. 1st and 10 from the Badger 45-yard line. Check with me. Still plenty of time on the play clock. It's only down to 18 seconds. 12 seconds on the game clock. Starts now. Low snap. It is going to be a handoff to Daniels. He's across the 45, 40, down left sideline, 35, 30. Cuts back inside. He's going to be brought down inside the 25. Russell going to use a timeout. There's 2 seconds left. They gained a lot of yards. 8 up 10 seconds, but you were only going to get 2 plays probably anyway. And it's a 22-yard gain by Tracy Daniels. And so now Russell will have one shot here. And they gave him the 23. So Russell will have it 23. They're out of timeouts. Doesn't matter. I mean, this is going to be the last play, barring a defensive penalty, because the game or the half cannot end on a defensive penalty. Russell, they just called the timeout, stop the clock, so they're ready, and they did not do that with the game clock to count the 60-second timeout, so we can go anytime as soon as Beebe's ready, and they're lining up right now. 1st and 10, but that doesn't matter. There's 2 seconds left to play in the first half. Russell with the ball at the 22-yard line. Empty backfield. Reed back to pass. He's going to throw to the middle, and Caden Rose caught, complete, touchdown. Caught it at the 2, took a hit, but took it right at the goal line. And the Whirlwinds score on the last play of the first half. How about that? 23-yard touchdown pass from D.A. Reed to Caden Rose. And the Whirlwinds lead at 40-6. And that's about as perfect a first half as you're going to see. Menez on to try the extra point. Definitely long enough, but it's no good. But 40-6, our score here at halftime. Band plays a fight song. Whirlwinds leading at 40-6 here at halftime. 21 points in the first quarter, 19 points in the second quarter. We'll pause a little bit, let you enjoy some of the halftime festivities, and then we'll come back with some stats from the first half.
Direct your attention to midfield as your RJHS cheer squad is set to perform.
Good evening, this is Coach Riley. As the girls are walking out to the field, I would like to announce our cheerleader of the month. These are some things her teammates said about her. She's a great role model. Always positive, kind, uplifting, caring, gives all her teammates support, and always has the biggest smile. She's a great representation of RJHS cheer. The cheerleader of the month is Maddie Eastep.
Good job, girls, and congrats, Maddie Estep. Next up, your RJHS dance team. The RJHS dance team would like to recognize their August Dancer of the Month, Harper Phillips, and September Dancer of the Month, Ariana McDaniel. Congratulations, ladies.
Just make it clap. Just make it clap. Tripping up fast, so we need that shit, get to it. Taking you through it. Stay in my crease, oh baby. Acting on shoulders, to my shoulders, every time in the bed. That's how my shoulders wiggling, and you should get good. Just make it clap. Just make it clap. Just make it clap, clap, clap. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Oh, he's a get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. Shake my jelly. Represent, don't represent, represent, don't represent, 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 don't represent, don't.
Good job, ladies.
Enjoy the dance team and the cheer team and also the majorettes and flag line of the Russell Junior High Band. War Winds leading it 40-6 here at the half. Shows we got 5 minutes left before we start the second half. We'll give you some unofficial totals for that first half. Unofficially on the ground, Tracy Daniels had 153 yards on 10 carries. Caden Rose 59 yards on 5 carries. D.A. Reed 2 carries for 19 yards. Reed was 10 of 11 through the air for 120 yards and 4 touchdowns. 2 of those were to Tracy Daniels, and he also had 2 on the ground running, so he's credited with 4 touchdowns tonight. Caden Rose also had a couple touchdown receptions. It was an odd first half. Good for Russellville, really bad for Beebe. Russellville took the opening kickoff. They went 70 yards in 5 plays. Tracy Daniels a 24-yard touchdown run. War Winds led it 6-0. Russellville kicked off but got flagged for being offside, so they backed up 5 yards. Instead of kicking off regular, they did a surprise onside and recovered it. So Russellville went 52 yards on 5 plays. Tracy Daniels a 17-yard touchdown reception from D.A. Reed. That made it 12-0. Russellville kicked off deep the next time, and Beebe return man retreated back, was facing away from the oncoming Whirlwinds, picked up the ball at the 2 and ran into and out of the end zone out the side, and so that was a safety. So Russellville led it 14-0. Realize that their offense still has not been on the field. They kick off to Russellville. Russellville turns that drive into points. Daniels 11-yard touchdown run, and that made it 21-0. And then they got their offense on the field. Beebe did. It ended in a punt. Russellville went down, scored again. Caden Rose a 14-yard touchdown reception from D.A. Reed, making it 27-0. Beebe's only score came on the ensuing kickoff. They had Sam Moore go 82 yards on the kickoff return for a touchdown, making it 27-6. Russellville, they answered a couple times. They got interception and scored within the last 2 minutes. Daniels a 9-yard touchdown reception from D.A. Reed, making it 34-6. Looked like the scoring was over, but Russellville forced a punt with 17 seconds left. They took over with 12 seconds and a timeout. Had enough for 2 plays. They got down to the 23-yard line on the first play on a run by Daniels. In the last play of the half, D.A. Reed found Caden Rose on a skinny post pattern, 23 yards out. And Russellville scoring on the last play of the first half. That's how we ended our scoring at 40-6. So just about as good as you could draw it up. The Whirlwind 8th grade team were winners tonight, 32-8. They actually led 38-0 before Beebe got on the board late in the fourth quarter, and Russellville's offense drove all the way down to the 1-yard line, but then let time run off. Very classy, not running up the score. 8th grade, who did not get to play last week because of COVID issues at Searcy, so they had a week off, and they were anxious to get back out on the field, and they won tonight 32-8. Here on Cyclone Booth YouTube and also on the radio station 102.3, you can hear Cyclone football tomorrow night as we travel to Van Buren. 66th time those two teams have met. It will be the 66th time, and Russellville actually leads the series 31-29 with 5 ties. Cyclones going into that game battered up quite a bit, but I don't think they're real happy that the fact that they're an underdog in that game. I think it's a 10-point underdog set by Hootens. And Russellville's anxious to stop these close losses. They've lost 3 games by 7 points or less. They're anxious to cut that out, pick up the first conference win of the season. We'll be on the air at about 6:30 on 102.3 with the Coaches Show. You can hear from Coach Jeff Weaver. Here on YouTube, we'll join the radio broadcast at about 10 till 7, kickoff at 7 o'clock. We'll be in Van Buren for that game. Still about 30 seconds away, and Beebe will get the ball to start the second half. He gets to choose. Of course, they want the ball to start second half, and Russellville elects to defend Cyclone Hill, meaning they're going to have, normally they'd have the wind at their back for the fourth quarter, but the wind that we had in the first half has died down to absolutely nothing. American flag right there next to Cyclone Hill is just straight down. Russellville leads it here by 34 as we start the second half. Menez kicks off. It's going to be fielded at the 15-yard line, dropped, and then picked up, and he's going to run out of trouble across the 20, 25. Now the ball's on the turf. He took a shot, and he didn't know where the ball was, and I think the Badgers fell on it. Loudermilk was the one that dropped it, picked it up, ran for 10, 15 yards, and when he got hit and the ball was on the turf, he was standing up, turning around. He had no clue where the ball was. The Badgers did cover it at the 32-yard line. Winding their arms, are trying to get the clock moving, and it is. Badgers still going with Braden Sanders. They had a different quarterback for 2 plays. He dropped 2 snaps. They're going to throw it out, and it's going to be a completed pass on that far side. Maybe lost a yard or 2. He juggled a little bit, looked like he was going to drop it. It ends up going for about a negative half-yard play. Second down and 11 for the Badgers. See a 2-receiver look for them. We did not see it in the first half, except there at the very end. They're trying to convert that 3rd and forever. Bring a man in motion. Going to fake it to him. Quarterback rolls out to his right, finding a man. He's wide open. He's at the 40, 45 midfield, and boy, he's off to the races. Can it be caught? And he is inside the 20-yard line. Big gain for the Badgers as he gets down to the 19-yard line. Summers catching the football from Sanders, and Summers, fullback type, and he just slipped out in the flat, and he was wide open. That flips the field for Beebe. They're not quitting, even though Russell leads at 40-6. It's the first drive of the third quarter. Substitutions coming in for the Badgers, still with 14 seconds on the play clock. Sanders, the quarterback, barks, catches it. It's going to be a draw right up the middle, and he stutter steps, trying to motion out that right side. Brought down about the 16-yard line. Pick up about 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 7 coming up for Beebe. 6:12 left to play here, third quarter. Whirlwinds leading it 40-6. Just about as good a first half as you could write for the Whirlwinds. That's what happened. 2nd and 7 here. Sanders high snap, able to bring it down. He'll pick up a yard, maybe 2, as he gets right at the 15-yard line. See where that's spotted. 3rd down and 5 for the Badgers.
Sanders carry, short gain, 36.
Under 5.5 to go third quarter, and Beebe taking their time on this play. 3rd and 5. They need just inside the 10-yard line for a first down. Big running back is Loudermilk. Quarterback's going to keep it himself, and he's going to be stacked up after a gain of about 2. Bring up 4th and short. They're going to give him the 13-yard line. It's going to be about 3.5 yards short of the first down. You know Beebe's going to go for it with Russell up by 5 scores. They're lining up quickly this time. Trying to catch Russell, not ready. Sanders, the quarterback, gets the snap, and he's going to follow his man. He gets to the 10. I think he needed the 9.5, and he got the 10-yard line. I think he's a half yard short. And they're not even going to mark it or spot it or bring in the change. Yeah, he's a half yard short, and Russell's defense is held. After that big play that got him into the red zone, the defense for the Cyclones held. Bent a little, but that's okay. War Winds offense takes the field for the first time here in the second half, leading 40-6 with 4:40 left to play here in the third quarter. They're huddling up over here on the sideline. Coach Mark Tucker has been filling in for Coach David Beal this year until he is healthy enough to return. 2 receivers to each side. The Whirlwinds looking at 1st and 10. And busted play here, and they're going to make something out of nothing. At the 15, breaks a tackle there. He's at the 20, 25. He's down the left sideline. He's going to stop there. We have a flag back at the 17-yard line as he's brought down at the 37-yard line. That's Abel Abington on the run, the quarterback. But this flag is back at the 19-yard line. I'm afraid it's coming back. Abel with a big gain is going to be a hold. Now it's going to be 10 yards from the spot, so as you look at it, it's going to go from 1st and 10 to 1st and 11. So statistically speaking, you give Abington a 9-yard carry and then a 10-yard penalty against the Russellville offense. So it was a hold 9 yards downfield basically, but still first down, 1st and 11. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, low snap. Abel gives it off, running far side at the 10, maybe the 12-yard line. I believe that's Solis on the carry. Armando Solis. Russell with an excellent first half offensively, and their main starters may be done. Tracy Daniels, 153 yards on 10 carries in that first half. He scored 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 receiving touchdowns. Caden Rose, 5 carries for 59 yards. It's all unofficial. On 2nd down, Abel Abington pulls it, keeps it himself. He's across the 15 and going to be hit. Kind of jumped up in the air there. Going to be shy of the first down by about 4 yards. D.A. Reed in that first half, 10 of 12 for 120 yards and 4 touchdown passes. Reed did carry twice for 19 yards. But I tell you, Russellville, they had 7 possessions and 6 touchdowns. Just about as perfect as you can get. Russell running off a man late here on 3rd down and 4. They need the 20 for a first down. Running on a man now. Russellville discombobulated. They have 9 seconds on the play clock. A flag comes in. It's going to be against the Whirlwinds. Moving back. I didn't think that was, thought that was fine, but to be honest, I don't see that too much. We run a guy off and then run a different guy back on after you've already set. Be tougher here. 3rd down and 9 for the Winds. 2:48 left to play here in the third quarter. Once again, the 8th grade won 32-8 earlier tonight. Good for them to get back on the field after not having a game last week. Abington back to pass. Can throw across the middle. He's got a man. It's complete. At the 30, it's enough for the first down. Spin move at the 35, 40. They're trying to rip the ball out. Beebe is, instead of tackling him, he's going to get another 7 yards to the 48-yard line.
Abington throws a pass to drop. Brought down at the 48-yard line.
And at the 48 is where they're going to give him. Boy, threaded the needle there on that 3rd down pass to number 14, Gray Parra. Russellville converts. Staying on the field here. 1st and 10, clock rolling, 2:10 left to play, third quarter. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pistol formation for Abington. Back to pass. Looking left, nothing there. He's going to flush it out of the pocket. Now he's going to tuck it and run. He's got some room. He's into Beebe territory and spun down at the 40-yard line. Enough for a first down for the Whirlwinds.
Abington scrambles Beebe territory, first down.
Abington did get a job there of feeling the pocket collapse on him, but he saw that little opening between the left guard, left tackle. Boy, they're doing a good job protecting their quarterbacks. Offensive line tonight, the first and second half for the Whirlwinds. He's going to turn, hand it off to Solis. He cuts back left. He's got some room. He's a 35-30. He may go. He's down the left sideline. No, he's going to be bumped out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 15. So Lease down to the 14-yard line. Remember, this drive started Not only did it start at the 10-yard line, Russell had 3rd and 9 from the 11.
First down, Whirlwinds.
First down and 10 for the Whirlwinds from the Badger 14-yard line. Abington pulls it from Solis straight up the gut and made a nice little move to keep from getting tackled in the backfield. And he gets to the 11 there, bringing up 2nd down. A minute left to play 3rd quarter. Russell leading 40-6. Russell's offense scoring 4 times before Beebe had touched the field offensively because of the safety on the kickoff, the surprise onside kick. Abington back to pass again. Has to look like he was going to get flushed out of the pocket, but they swarm him back at the 17-yard line. Looking at left side, and he didn't want to force the ball in. Smart play. Able to fight another down here. Don't throw an interception in the red zone. 3rd down and long. Russell can get a first down inside the 5 for if they can pick that up. Abington, he rolls out and he's got some trouble there. Tucks it back up, and let's see. He's going to come back to the left. He's inside the 10, inside the 5. He's got the first down. Angled for the pylon. Did he get in? No, they're going to whistle him down at the 1-yard line, and that's the last play of the 3rd quarter. We'll take a break here, but we'll follow it along. I want to make sure that he didn't get in. No, they do mark him at the 1. And so after 3 quarters of play, nobody scores this quarter. Russell still holds a 40-6 lead.
That into 3rd quarter, Whirlwinds 40, Badgers 6.
Great run by Abington to close out that 3rd quarter. Russell didn't score in the 3rd quarter, but boy, they're knocking on the door to start this 4th quarter. 1st and goal from the 1. Offensive line has been having their way with Beebe this entire game, leading at 40-6. 2 receivers to each side. Solis, the running back. Abington going to fake it to him, take it left side into the end zone for the touchdown. Whirlwinds lead at 46-6. That's a 90-yard drive, folks. A couple big conversions, too. Some long 3rd down conversions. Big pass play that Abington had to Parra. Got him out of trouble. And that big run down to the 1, and Abington gets the touchdown run. Russell on to try the extra point, but DA is saying, I think they're missing somebody, or well, we have 10 men up there. I can't tell, but DA's talking to the sidelines about something. Yeah, they're running on a player late. Good job by Reed noticing that. We'll have somebody protecting that right side. Menez's kick. It is good. 47-6. Russell leading it with 7:48 left. Going to cap off that first half, too, and Russell forced a punt with 17 seconds left, and they got the ball with 12 seconds left and able to score in 2 plays. That was just a perfect ending to a near-perfect half. Whirlwinds with some of the second teamers in, going on a 90-yard touchdown drive there. Abel Abington, a 1-yard touchdown run. Extra point was good. Whirlwinds lead at 47-6. The only points scored here in the second half. Menez on to kick off. High end over end kick's going to be fielded at the 12-yard line. It's across the 20, angling towards the right side, stops at the 25, trying to cut back, but Russell's going to bring him down there at the 25. Remember, Beebe had driven down on the opening drive of the first half. I'm sorry, the second half. Gotten in the red zone. And Russell had stopped him. (47-6), Russell leading. Clock rolling, under 7 minutes. Bad snap, and Beebe's going to have to cover it back at the 18-yard line. Whirlwinds are going to be on the road next Thursday at Valonia. Their next home game will be 2 weeks from tonight as they host Greenbrier. It'll be home away to close out the season. At Valonia, home against Greenbrier. At Clarksville, home against Little Rock Christian. Then they finish at Morrilton. Second down and long. Here's the give across the 25. Boy, he's powering his way to the 29-yard line. Goes from second at about 15 to third and 6.
Gain of about 9.
So if you want to catch the wins here at home, 2 weeks from tonight. 8th grade game starts at 5:30. 9th grade at 7. The host Greenbrier here, but next week on the road at Bologna. Third down and 6. Turns, he gives it off, and Russ will sniff that one out. They drop him back at 25, almost like they were in the huddle. Fourth down and 10. Clock rolling, 5:38 left to play. Russellville comfortably up 47-6. One time Russellville's offense has been on the field and hadn't scored. And they turned the ball over on downs. That was a 4th and 10 play from the Badger 30-yard line. The Badgers running in some new players. They just reset the game clock. It was down to 10. I think that might have been an accident. That helps them. They're going to punt it away, though. Clock at 5:07. Game clock, 5:02. Russell coming after it. Didn't get to it. Here's a punt. It's going to hit on Beebe's side of the 50 and be caught and down at the 47-yard line.
Beebe's punt is down.
Mercy rule's in effect, so the clock is rolling. We're at 4:50 left to play in this ball game. Once again, congratulations to the 8th grade team for their 32-8 victory. And I can tell you, been around some of the 8th grade kids, they were itching to play because their game last week got canceled due to COVID outbreak at Searcy's 8th grade. And so they hadn't been on the field in 2 weeks, and they're anxious to play, and they showed it. A great game defeating Beebe 32-8 here tonight. Whirlwinds did get to play their game at Searcy last week, and it's been all Russellville for this game. They lead at 47-6. Clock at 4:09 left to play. Again, mercy rules in effect for the Whirlwinds. Here's to give Solis. Looked like they couldn't decide who was going to take it. He takes it. He's going to get positive yards, too, to the 45-yard line.
Solis carry, gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
Second down and long. And this is Abington spinning away from getting tackled back at the 46. They'll get to the 43.
Keeps gaining about one, brought down by Waldrop. Third down.
A third down for the Whirlwinds. 3:11 left to play in the game. Russellville leading 47-6. Again, here on Cyclone Booth YouTube and on 102.3 tomorrow night. We'll have Cyclone football as they travel to Van Buren. Coach's show will be on 102.3 at 6:30. We'll be on the air on YouTube, joining them about 10 till 7. Abington rolling to his left, looking. He stops at the out-of-bounds line. He throws it back towards the middle, and it's incomplete. Had a receiver in the area. I think that was Aiden Wheat.
Abington's pass, incomplete.
And it'll be fourth down. The Whirlwinds want to go for it here, or they want to punt. They're at their own, or at the Badger 43-yard line. Clock is still rolling. 2:25 left. Russellville going to win this ball game. They've invoked the mercy rule, leading at 47-6. They are going to go for it. They need 37-yard line of the Badgers for a first down. Back to pass, and now he's rolling to his right. He's got to get away from pressure, and he's not. He's going to be dropped back at the 49-yard line. And so the second time Russellville has not scored a touchdown on offense, they turn the ball over on downs for the second time. Clock is still rolling, though, under 2 minutes. See if Beebe wants to hurry up and try to get something going positive before this game's over. Russellville's defense has not given up a score. Beebe's only score was a kickoff return for a touchdown of 82 yards. Beebe did get into the red zone of Russellville at the first drive of the third quarter, and Russellville stopped him. The defense has had a pick, set up a touchdown, stopped them deep in the territory, set up another score. Clock at 1:22 left. Sanders, the quarterback, claps, and the ball snapped past him. He's going to retreat, and let's see. Does he get it? He does, back at the 37-yard line. Sometimes Beebe's been their own worst enemy on snaps. They give him the 38. Second down and a long way to go. They need the Russellville 41 for a first down. Under a minute to play. Play clock down to 16 with 45 seconds left, and Beebe still getting the right personnel in. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. The running back a good 3.5 yards behind the quarterback, and he's going to try to field a bad snap. He does, but he has to go back to the 27-yard line to do it. Beebe wants to run out the clock. That could be the last play, but you know they don't want to end on that. But this is third down and about, 31? Yep, and they're going to say that's it. We're good. Russellville Whirlwinds winning tonight by a score of 47-6. The only score of the second half was a 1-yard touchdown run by Abel Abington. Once again, just quickly, we'll tell you, Tracy Daniels with 4 touchdowns on the night, 2 rushing, 2 receiving. Did all this in the first half. 10 carries, 153 yards. Caden Rose had 5 carries, 59 yards, 2 touchdowns receiving. And D.A. Reed, 4 touchdown passes tonight, unofficially 10 of 12 for 120 yards. Whirlwinds win it by a score of 47-6. They will be on the road next week against Valonia. The next home game for the Whirlwinds will be right here 2 weeks from now at Cyclone Stadium as they take on Greenbrier here at home. I want to thank you for joining us. Remind you to join us tomorrow night, about 10 minutes till 7, as we get ready for Cyclone football as they take on Van Buren at Van Buren. Thanks for joining us. Once again, our score, the Whirlwinds 47 and the Beebe Badgers 6.